Hey guys, happy Sunday. I I hope you can hear me okay. If you cannot, let me know cuz you guys know I always have this this wireless microphone. I keep messing with the levels, but hopefully you can hear me. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's a little bit hot in here. You know, I'm going to turn my ceiling fan on. I forgot to turn it on. And I'll explain to you guys in a second what's going on here. Hopefully that's not too loud. Let's see who we got. Welcome, by the way, to live stream number 81. I'm a little discombobulated right now. Woo! We got Jeffrey. He was first. Flying O. Mr. Mike is here. Well, Jeffrey is first on my screen. Maybe on yours. You're first, Mike. Matthew's here. Hey, Matthew. We have Matthew's medium format photos for everyone today. Let's see. Oops, second. Oh, yeah, you recognized. You beat Mike. Hey, Super Cine is here. How are you? And in the clean. 1 minute late. Am I? Well, I'm a little more than 1 minute, I think, now. Ooh, that feels good. I got the air going. What do we got? Radios. Didn't get any cameras today. They were overpriced. I have a new camera I want to show you guys that I'm kind of excited about. Hey, Angus is here. Hey, how are you, buddy? Jeffrey Feingold. Hello, all from the 14th century Barnet, England. Mike says, I knew I should have started the coffee sooner. Yeah, you should have. You know, first, next time. Speaking of next time, I did mention we are not streaming next Sunday. We have to go to a family event on Easter Sunday. Heidi ho, Lyle's here. How are you, Lyle? Bonnie is here, reminding me that I'm 1 minute late. Barry is here. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Radios, they wanted $75 for original Polaroid 95 and $100 for a pair of Argus C3s. There's a couple of the Polaroids, but I don't think there's a couple of them that are worth a few shekels. I kind of forget the names, but is that one of them? They're brown. They got the brown leatherette, the the extendable Polaroids. I don't know if the 95 is one of them. Prices are going. Yeah, I know. Hey, Cecil, did I already say hi to you, Cecil? But if not, and if I even if I did, hello again. Jeffrey says, I had to retire one of my favorite digital cameras. The internal battery died and it's a nasty repair. So I'm putting it in a box and weeping it over to eBay. Yeah, let somebody else try to repair it. They're tricky. They're tricky. I have a bunch of handycams, old handycams, different ones, high 8, digital 8, video 8, regular 8, the little tapes, mini DV. And yeah, once you start error codes, things like that, they're hard to fix. Hey, Gordon's here. It's F4 in Waldoboro, Maine. Here it's really, really F16. Really F16. I was at my wife's work earlier this morning. I did a large group photo for all the employees at her work in the parking lot. They have this big grand opening event because they expanded. It's one of those deals. You guys all do photography. This was a digital picture, but where we had to take the picture, it was dark because of a shadow on one side. I tried to do it earlier in the morning where the sun was more behind us. And then there's the building. We needed the sign, 40 employees in front of me. But there was like a thing blocking some of the sun. So there was a nasty shadow on this side and then super bright on this side. So essentially half the employees are blown out and half are just too dark. So I, did the burn dodge a little bit and kind of lightened up as much as I could, did the best I could, and moved on. So really bright, but very shadowy at 9:30 this morning. This wasn't on eBay either. It was a swap meet. Oh, man. Well, you usually can beat them down on price a little bit. Bonnie, you always spot a good deal. Can't believe you're not a member with us. Yeah, you get on her about that, Lyle. Never feel obligated, Bonnie. Teasing. F11 or F16. Yeah, here too. I got some audio gear and tapes. Woohoo! Welcome back, everyone. Man, it's good to be back. It feels really good to be back. It does. And thanks for everybody that joins in on the fun on YouTube. It was a good idea. It wasn't my idea. It was a good idea that a few of you had, that we start a little forum over there on YouTube, just our little group, and have fun over there as well. There's been a lot of good interaction over there. Some new people, some new films and whatnot. There's a guy over there. I don't think he's here today, but he's 3D printing like a Morse tank in 2 separate pieces, and then he's gonna, I don't know, mend them together. It'd be interesting to see what he comes up with. No logo on the shirt. I meant to wear a specific shirt today. I wanted to, but I can't find it, and I think it's not clean. And I'll tell you about that in just a minute because I want to share something with all of you. I bought a new to me Bolex P1. Haven't tested it yet. My favorite movie camera ever. Those P1, P2, P3 cameras are gorgeous. Yeah. I have a P3, see, so it needs a little bit of work. I need to take it apart and give it a little CLA, but I haven't done that yet. Those are beautiful cameras. I'm with you on that. They're just so well made. Matthew, looking forward to see how the images turned out. I got a bunch back a week or so ago, shot on the Debonair. I appreciate the lo-fi, but it's hit or miss. Yeah, I will tell you, you have all your images are there. There's 13 images, Matthew. It looks like there was a little section in the middle of the film that was missed, maybe wound too far. Maybe you thought you shot one or something and moved it. So there's like 2 or 3 images in the middle that are blank. There was a space. And then one on the end was, looks like it was taken, but I had to cut it off because there was nothing. It was blocked. So maybe it just didn't wind enough. Only a sliver of it was showing. And they came out pretty good. They're a little dark, but it might have a lot more to do with the film than it does the camera. But there's definitely, you can make everything out. So I'm excited to show them. I also have our brewer film, the one we opened 2 weeks ago. This from this little batch, loaded and ready to go. We'll be seeing that in just a little bit. It's the original Polaroid model from 1947-ish. Yeah, there was a lot back then. I just don't remember which one. Working SX70 models are worth some bucks. Yes, they are. This is one of the what do you call it? I'm not the Polaroid guy. I'm really not. We need Dave Knopp. He's like the Polaroid guy, but the roll film backs, I think. I don't know what they are. The big Polaroids where you pull the front out and you pull the picture out of the back. Yeah, there's a couple models that are worth a few bucks. One, I want to say the 110, or is it no, like the 180 and the 190 or 195. Yeah, those models. I believe that's what they are. I could be wrong. Whoa, yeah. Hey, Manny, how are you, buddy? Super Cindy says, did I miss? Oh, Mike Rook is here. Hey, Mike. Mike from North is here. Handy cams and their error codes. I know, radios are terrible. The old Polaroids make great 4x5 cameras. Yeah, with some mods. I know you could put that sheet film in them. Yeah, exactly, Mike. I managed to get a pair of 16 8mm vintage geared metal rewinds arms in great condition for less than 5, is that euros? You guys know I'm bad with that currency stuff. That is a good bargain by any currency. That's really good. I have a couple different types for 8mm and 16. I have these. The old Craig. And these might be Craig also. Yeah, they're both made by Craig, but they were the little tiny ones, and this will hold up to 400 feet before it hits the table. More if you mount it up high, and this one I think will hold the 9-inch reels. 9? Yeah, maybe even more. I don't know. I usually only do 100 footers on these, but these are both 8, 16. And I have the same set for Super 8 as well. La-di-dee-da-da-da-da-da. I want to tell you guys, I spent about an hour before this stream, and she could probably hear me. She's right back there, trying to convince my oldest daughter to do this live stream with me today. Katerina, can you hear me? She's being shy. And I feel like I almost had her talked into it. She's 15 years old, and she was sitting here, and she was doodling all over my page. She's like this. All this is her doodling. But I said, I got an extra microphone. We'll put one on. You could sit here. We could just, have fun. I was that close. Well, I was probably more that close, but I couldn't get her to do it. Nope. Couldn't do it. And it's so weird. I'm still not officially logged in to OBS for this. So as far as me typing, it's just missing. I can't really type anything. I use a couple different accounts on YouTube, and I get them confused as to which one. I only have one YouTube channel, but I have 2 login, and I think I logged in with the wrong account or something. I can read everybody's chats. I just can't chat. I can't respond by typing. I should buy those 2 Super 8mm. I know. Jeffrey sent me an email. There's these 2 16mm surveillance cameras. They would almost be good like time-lapse cameras. Don't they take a picture every so often or something? Make you feel better. Hey, Runjet's here. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Jeffrey says, Super Cindy, where was the swap meet? Hey, Jim from Greece is here. From the other side, I started my project replica of Edison kinetoscope with 35mm film. Jim, that is awesome. If you are on Facebook, you should jump over to the Filmboy24 community group and share that project with everybody. I think that would be really cool. We have 68 members in the Facebook group. Wow, I didn't know we were up to 68. That's awesome. Woo! Hey, Lyndon, how are you? Radio says, my P3 needs a CLA. I know, so does mine. Actually, I have Travis's camera too. I think his is a P2. Or maybe it's a P3. I can't remember. But I was going to open mine up and do some work on it, and I was going to do his at the same time. And I'm not that proficient at it. I just told him, I said, I'll do the best I can. I've opened a couple of them up and kind of re-lubed them. It's not that hard. Matthew says, I just finished a doc that's mostly digital, but I shot the opening and close on Super 8. Considering I shot it in like 15 minutes, I'm happy. You shot the whole doc in 15 minutes? Or the opening and the closing in 15 minutes. So that's pretty stinking awesome. Love my people. I know, Manny, those are great cameras. Don't forget the like button. Everybody hit the like button. There's a few people in here. There's almost 30 people in here. Hit the like button. 20 something. I don't know. I can never tell how many are here. How do you know? You guys know I'm so weak when it comes to this stuff. Woo! I want to show you guys something. All right. I know I'm behind on the chats, but hey, there's Ben. How are you, buddy? Watching you on the train. I'm finally restarting streaming since you were asking, starting this Wednesday. Yes, I saw your post on that. That is awesome. I should be able to be there, in fact. Hopefully. Hey, Jack's here. Hey, buddy. So I want to, hey, Rich, Mike, 127 roll is finished and packed up. Didn't get to the post office yesterday. My knee was bothering me after pushing it this week. Decided to finally get this. That's no worries, Rich. Your health is way more important than a roll of film. So when you can get it to me, that's fine. I want to share something with you guys. I don't see him in the chat. I shot the whole thing over about 15 minutes. It was the last day of a Middle Eastern grocery store. Oh, by the way, that must be a really cool grocery store. I love Middle Eastern food. But hey, Michael Carter's here. Hey, buddy. Yes, I want to see it. Get it edited. We can show it here if you want, as long as it doesn't have copyrighted music in it. Super Cine exactly have 80 8mm cameras and about 50% work. I know that's the problem with those cameras. Yahoo! I saw an interesting camera in a thrift store, an Elmo 103T. Does that say Titleist Super 8? It does double exposure with a title maker built in. That is really cool. You should have snagged it. Almost forgot, but here now. Eric, how are you, buddy? All right, I want to share something with you guys. The shirt deal I was telling you guys earlier, I didn't really mean to wear a shirt with nothing on it, but I wanted to wear the shirt that, here, let me show you something, that Dave Knopp made for me a long time ago. Dave Knopp, who's not here, Knopp Top, he, just out of the blue, he heard, I don't know, I was making some stupid jokey joke, you know how he combined two different words. But he was watching one of my old videos, and I said, I'm such a horror buff fanatic. And I kind of tongue-tied my words a little bit, and I said, buff-natic. So he caught that, and he, I love horror films, especially like low-budget or independent horror, good horror films. And he, just out of the blue, he designed a t-shirt, or a logo, and then he had a t-shirt printed, and then a book, a little journal printed, right? And he sent it to me. And he had that horror film Buffnatic, Filmboy24, in the shape of a camera. And he had that printed on a t-shirt, a black t-shirt, and this really cool, and I just don't want to write in it. It's got that like rubbery feel to the top. I wanted to wear that shirt for this, but I like I say, I couldn't find it. So, and there's a reason, because Dave just sent me something else that's really kind of cool. It's cool to me, maybe not to a lot of people. It looks like a Canon 1014. So, yeah, minus the, yeah, I guess kind of. So, what he sent me was this. And I had some text back and forth. I know, I love that. Look at that. Guys, that's all Dave Knopp. This dude, I don't know, did he miss his calling? He knows what he's doing. You know, if you really think about it, it could be representative of a camera and also a hatchet for horror. So he sent this to me. Merch, empty Super 8 cards. I have a lot of those. So he sent me this in the mail. This came a couple days ago. I told him I wanted to make some stickers, but I really wasn't sure what. I wanted something that was in the 80s vibe, right? I'm an 80s child. I wasn't born in the 80s, but I lived as a teenager in the 80s, and I loved the 80s. So I loved everything about the 80s, and I wanted that vibe, but I also wanted something more that was me, that was my channel. So you guys know what the really ridiculous, we'll call it a catchphrase, that I use at the beginning of every single video. So Dave made this, and he sent me 3 or 4 different like samples, and he goes, is this kind of what you're thinking? And I was like, well, that last one looks really cool. That's all I said. So yesterday, we need a buff emoji. I know. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a great idea, Lyle. So he sent me these stickers. He sent me, I think there's 100 in there. Looks like it anyway. I don't know. There's a bunch. Look at this. They're about 3 inch by 3 inch. If that's not 80s and Filmboy24-ish, see the little Filmboy24 on the bottom. It's got the, you know, the 80s Max Headroom looking grid pattern with the 80s purple and orange and yellows in a sticker form. These are little stickers. Little stickers. Yes, approved. Matthew approved. Mike approved. Yeah, they are. Look at this. They're nice, like vinyl. Nice vinyl stickers. I don't know what I want to put it on. I don't want to put it on this because my girls got that for me years ago, and I don't want to waste it. So I might put it on my laptop. It'll fit right there. Yeah, we're not going to waste the whole stream trying to decide where to put a sticker. On a Canon case, you know, speaking of a Canon case, thank you, Dave Knopp, so much. Dave, you know, it's funny, and I know he'll probably watch this later, but Dave has always, Dave and I became friends a couple years ago just through this channel. Good morning, Vietnam, Lyndon. And he's always just been, such a good guy. I don't know, he just, how do you say it? He's the kind of dude that I kind of wish he'd lived closer, because I believe we'd have some fun together. Bodacious to the max. Yeah, it's so rad. You're such a geek. How many people graduated high school in the 80s? How many of you graduated high school in the 1980s? I did. And right in the middle of the 80s. So, and in my personal opinion, and everybody's opinion is going to be different, because you always like the era that you were involved in. That's just normal. The 80s was important to me because that's when I grew up, you know? Yeah, you and me both, Rich. Same year for me. Class of 81 for Angus. Yes, 84, 85, 78. So, Mike, you're not far. You are not far. Matthew, born in 86. I graduated high school in 86. So Matthew and Lyle are just little puppies. 1984, 75, 1970. Oh, born in 70. So you're not far off from me, Jim from Greece. 1970, Barry, you're a tiny bit older than me. Just a tiny bit. Dave Knopp, thank you, buddy. Thank you. I text Dave yesterday or the day before. Left UK secondary school at 16 in 1988. So Lyndon, you and I are very similar. I think I graduated high school in 1986. Yeah, okay. So I'm a couple years older than you. I might have to send some of these out. I mean, I'll tease my films. Fritz Robinson, 72. Born in 71. Lots of Gen X. There is a lot of Gen Xers here. Gen Xers unite. Gen Xers unite. Yes. Matthew's film. You guys want to see this now? Matthew, really quick. Mike Flying O. Born in 67, Cecil DeVille. 23. Oh, did you just graduate, Rimjet? You are a puppy. I love it. My daughter that I was trying to get to do the live stream with me graduates in 28. Officially a boomer. Are you a boomer? My mother is a boomer. Mike, did you get your negatives back? I just want to confirm really quick. I want to make sure you got them. 1823. Rimjet. Oh, Rimjet's not that old. Yes, thank you. Okay. Matthew, do you want these back? And by the way, I don't really, either way, I have no problem at all. I sent Mike's back. I will gladly send these back to you if you want them back. If you want to wait and see them first, that's fine. But if you want them back, just let me know. I cut them right here. I cut the bag and then seal it, reseal it. And I'll send that back to you. I have no issue whatsoever sending them back. So if you want them, just let me know. They will be on their way this coming week. All right, so this is Matthew's 120 film from 1986. Oh, we were just talking about that. Or is it 87? I think it's 6 of 87. Matthew shot this in a Debonair, you know, the FPP 120 camera. It's kind of like a Holga. It's the plastic, what they call the fantastic plastic or something like that. Keep that in mind. They're a little under, but that's typical for this really old film. You guys want to see them? Plastic fantastic. That's right. You guys want to see them first? Like right now? I mean, we're almost halfway through the stream. I think it's time. I think we need to see them. There are 13 images. I processed and scanned them here. HC 110B, 6 minutes, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. All right, we're gonna see Matthew's photos. I like Matthew's photos. I think they're pretty awesome, to be honest with you. But I've been pleasantly surprised with everyone's photos. Everyone. Yes, let's see. Okay, we're gonna see them. All right, let me turn a couple of things off here. Everybody ready? Is everyone here that's ready to go? Has their popcorn? All right, let's cut the lights, and we're going to see Matthew's 13 photographs. It's going to take about 30 seconds, and then we are going to clap and talk about them. Lights, please. Gracias. Here they are. Love that one. My favorite. Hey, CJ. Good to see you, buddy. Second favorite. I love Bigfoot. That's awesome. Matthew. That camera, he used that Debonair, that FPP camera, the plastic fantastic camera. Very impressive. I wanted to tell you, Matthew, the Bigfoot. I go to Indiana every year to visit my family there, and not far down the main rural road from where my mom lives, there's the exact, pretty much, but he's in his gait. You know, he's in his gait, his walk, the Bigfoot silhouette right inside the wood line, you know, 5-6 miles from my mom's house on the main road. And I try every time to get a photo of it and forget until we're right on top of it. So I never get a photo. I'm so glad you got that picture. Very dreamy, Ben. I know. Yes. The beauty behind this fun little community project was, well, initially it's because we get to delve a little bit into other people's atmosphere, into their surroundings, right? We only know each other by screen name, realistically. So it's kind of neat to see there's real people behind that screen name. And I think that's the beauty of the film community, is it does bring people together. Look how many people we've brought together just through these fun little live streams. So the other beauty is every single role of the exact same film is going to be completely different. And to me, that's what makes this art form so insanely special. Is it's whatever you want it to be, right? It's whatever you want your role to be. I don't know. I just, every time I see them, I get chills. Very well done, Matthew. I will get those negatives in the mail to you this coming week. So expect that. Nestle person, not so much a big Nessie. Oh, Nessie. I thought it said Nestle. Nestle, we passed the Nestle plant also on the way to my mom's. Nessie, is that that's the Loch Ness monster, right? Peripheral shading. They do, and I think has a little bit to do with the camera and a lot to do with the film stock, being that it's such an old, almost 40-year-old stock. Oh, that's my pleasure, Lyle. I'm just happy to be able to do it. I'm no different than any of you. I just have this platform that I started to be able for all of us to get together. We're no different. Put your Bigfoot socks on, Mike. Oh, Bigfoot. Yeah, that was really cool, Matthew. Thanks so much for doing it. Thank you to everybody that has taken the time to do these photos. It's just been so much fun. Now that we got through that, by the way, I want to tell you guys what happened and why I did not stream last Sunday. You guys are going to laugh. It's not funny for me. So the air conditioner in my house, you guys know I used to have to turn it off because it was making some weird noises. Well, all of a sudden it just went out. I live in Florida, in Central Florida, so it gets hot and humid. Well, I know what went out. I've repaired it before a few years ago. It's not that difficult. It's the motor in the air handler in my garage. So I look at it and it tore the whole fan up, right? It tore up the fan. I let it go too long is what I did. So you guys, I know this is not film related. I just want to tell you guys why I did not stream. The one on the right is the new one, the new fan that I just got. And the one on the left is what the old fan inside the air handler looked like when I took it out. See that? So here's what I did. And I didn't realize it needed a new fan until I went out there. I knew the motor was bad. So I ordered a motor and a capacitor on Amazon. Supposed to be here the following day. It took 4 or 5 extra days for it to finally get here. Well, it gets here. Then I was taking the stuff out and realized that the fan was shredded. So I jump on eBay. I order one from a very reputable guy. And it gets lost in transit. And it took 4 or 5 extra days. So it finally gets here and I'm excited. So I get the motor out that came from Amazon and I open the box and it's heavy. Those motors are heavy and it's got the long shaft. Well, apparently someone had dropped it on the shaft end and it punctured the back of it out and busted to pieces. Right? So now I got a busted motor that I can't use. So I put the fan in. It just kind of sits in there till I'm ready. Get on Amazon and we reorder it. Well, it's delayed now. It's delayed. It was supposed to be here yesterday. That got delayed. Now it's supposed to be here today, and I looked, and it's delayed again. Then I look at the capacitor, and it's the exact same one, only it's a different shape, so it doesn't fit the factory bracket anymore. Anyway, so I basically had to turn this little office upside down. I have this portable 9,000 BTU kind of roll around air conditioner on this side of my house. And it was very difficult to get anything done inside this office with this big air conditioner rolling around right there. It's right here. You can't see it. It's right off screen. So I finally was like, you know what? I'm pushing everything. And I said, I want to get back to it. So we did. I know Murphy's Law, Mike, I'm not even joking. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely, Jeffrey. You got to have AC. Sheesh. Luckily, I mean, it's 9,000 BTU. The average little window unit is 5,000. So, and I have such a small house, but this whole half of the house stays nice and cool when it's running. I can't leave it running when I'm doing these streams, and I'll show you why. You ready? Can you guys hear that? Mechanically talented. Yeah, I love to do things myself. Can you guys hear? Oh, really? Can you only barely hear it? Maybe that's because of this guy. It doesn't really need to be on. It doesn't really need to be on right now. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit inside my house. It's a little hotter than I like to keep it. Hardly. Okay, good. But anyway, so I know I went on a little rant. We'll make it up. We'll go over another 10 minutes. But I just want to tell you guys why I did not stream last Sunday. I know, Jim, it does sound like a 16 mil camera, doesn't it? All right. All right, you guys want to see, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. By the way, remember this gem of a camera? Now you talk about loud. That's what I like it at, Jeffrey. I took this yesterday and I was going to shoot a roll of film in it and try to get it developed and show you guys. I was going to use them old Tri-X that we all love, probably from the mid 80s, early 80s. Then I realized I think this only, it's weird. There's nothing to this camera. I don't know that this front element is supposed to turn. It's stuck. Is it really, Mike? Wow. This is stuck. It's stuck on 8. I think that's F8. This is 200 speed film outside. There's no pins. And then I was reading online, I think this camera truly was only meant to shoot K40. So I was a little nervous about burning up a perfectly good old expired roll of Tri-X in this instead of maybe, oh no. Ooh, I just noticed the door is cracked on it too. I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I actually thought about getting another one, another B3, just because I like the way it feels. But there's another one online right now that I've been looking at. This one I just realized the door's cracked. I could put some tape on it, but anyway, I decided not to burn the roll of film. The Bentley. I know. Where's Angus? Was it Angus or no? Maybe it was Sprocket. Where is Sprocket? There's the Bentley. All right. So do you guys want to see the film? You remember the film that we opened? We had all the Disneys. Then we showed a couple of the the Europe vacation. These two. We have the one that's still completely sealed that we are undecided on what we're going to do with. And then we had the one that we opened the last time. That's the drill, I know. That's the one we opened last stream. We're going to see it today. Difference here in Poland, no AC, even though it's 80s and 90s. Well, that would be nice, Lyle. I like that electric bill. 10 Celsius here in Sweden. What is that in Fahrenheit? I'm so bad at that. That is the Bentley, yeah, not the drill. Movie time. So we can either show this film right now. We're only 40 minutes in. We got plenty of time. Or I could show you the brand spanking new to me camera that arrived to my house and about 2 hours before this live stream started. You want to do the film or the camera first? And then we got to discuss what we're going to do with this last roll that's never been opened. Film or camera? Film, camera, film, camera. Both at the same time. Film, 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 cam, film, then cam, film. All right, we're going to show the film. All right, here it is, kids. This is the third. This is the third in the 4 rolls of film. If you weren't here when we showed them before, I have quite a few others, but they've already been opened. These 4 rolls of film were never opened by the original owners of the film. They were sent by Kodak back to the family in July of 1971. And for some reason, the family, they opened all the other ones, but they never broke the seals and watched their films. We have no idea why. No idea why. Oh yeah, the gas. That's good, Lyle. We don't have that here. My in-laws have gas appliances. So we had Paris, I believe, right? Then we had Italy last week or 2 weeks ago. Wilcox Pictures, you made it just in time. We're going to show this film. We are going to show this found film. This is, I would truly call this a found film because no one's ever seen it but me. Oddly, it has suffered. It's been in this box for over 50 years. Over 50 years, and it's never been unraveled. It still had, dust and whatnot. It gets in there. And it's the colors are starting to go wonky. It is Kodachrome. So gear acquisition syndrome. So without further ado, let's find out what the Brewer family missed out on. Let's find out what this Brewer family missed, because they've never seen their own film. It kind of stinks. I mean, we're gonna see. Fritz, if you guys know, I got an idea of kind of where where it's at, but you guys let me know, because there's more. I've never been to Europe, and I know there are some viewers that live there, so or have been there or live there, so you could better tell me. Possibly, I don't know. Possibly what we're looking at. Get your popcorn, but you save these memories. I know, Angus. I'm so glad to. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? Let's get the lights. Boom. Film. Boom. Is that Rome, Angus? Italy. Turn on the AC. Yeah, so we have at least some noise. There, AC's on. Is that the Vatican? It gets a little dark from time to time. A little under. All right, so it's the Vatican. See, I knew it wouldn't take long. Would not take long. You see the Pope. Get that water. Whew. Father Guido Sarducci. Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah, me too, Super Cine. I like seeing this stuff. Look at that guy's camera. Open the pizza. Via de Est. Via de Est fountains. Whoa, what's that? Definitely some interesting sculptures. Opacamadungo. Colors in the deep shadow. Isn't that the David? What do they call that statue there? Yeah, definitely underexposed. That's what the Brewer family, David. Yeah, I thought, isn't that David naked? Yeah, naked. The Brewer family is missing out. That's all I can say. They're missing out. Yeah, David by Michelangelo. Right. Thank you, Angus. I know. I don't know what the camera is. David definitely not underexposed. Woo! All right, since we're on the subject, but that really should have been seen. That should have been seen by this family. That's their vacation, right? I mean, we get to enjoy their vacation, but they didn't. Well, they enjoyed the real vacation. We're enjoying the memories of their vacation. Again, shame on the family never. It is a shame that they never got to see it. So I don't know how many. Probably a Bentley. Whoa. So I don't know. Here's what we're gonna do. I don't know how many people are here, and of the people that are here, how many are actually commenting. In fountains, the water looks like crystal because, yeah, it does. Let's see. How many? Zulian is here. I gave out your name the other day, Zulian. Somebody was asking about reputable Super 8 cameras. And I said, go check out Zulian's page. So here's the thing. I have this one. This is the last. I said go to back to Super 8. I think I sent them the link also. 29 people watching. So I don't know how many people are actually commenting, but this is the last one. It's never been viewed by anyone. It's still sealed. It still has the factory seals on it from Kodak, right there. So there's been some discussion of hanging on to it and not opening it. I think we all have a pretty good understanding of what's probably on it. It's probably going to be part of the European vacation that these Hoosiers took in 1971. So the big question for everybody is, do we open it today and show it during the next live stream? It's the last one. Or do we just keep it sealed indefinitely? So sealed or open? Sealed or opened? What is your decision? Because I'm going to go with you guys. I'm going to let you guys decide because I can't make that decision. Open it, open it, open, open, open. Sounds like nobody wants me to open it. Open, open, open. Is there any nay? Is there any nays? Show it, show it. Carmack the Magnificent. Wasn't that the guy with the big head, Johnny Carson? Open in 20 years. Gordon Webster says open. The family may not have the facility to watch the unsealed roll, so open it and at least scan it for the family. We have a nay, Mike. Let me see, Mike, if you've been outvoted. Yeah, about 25 to 1. Just a negative 9. They had 50 years to open it and never did. Time capsule. Put it in the cornerstone of building for future generation. Put it in the wall. I should put it in the walls. Yeah, I kind of, Angus, I'm kind of with you on that. They may not have the ability, and are they really going to go to the lengths to purchase a projector just to watch one roll of film? Mike, nay. All right, so the clan has spoken. Let me get my razor knife. Hold on. We're going to open it. We are going to open it. Yeah. Don't open it. Just tear the box and let it slide out. Woohoo! All right. Good point about the family not having. Yes. See, let's justify it. Let's just justify it. You guys can surely hear me okay, right? Because I did turn the AC back on. It is getting a little warm in here. I don't like it to be 73 degrees Fahrenheit. What is 20? Wait, somebody said it was 10 degrees in their house. Was that you, Bonnie? What's 10 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Because I'm just curious. Plot twist. This one is blank. Okay, good. All right, good. I won't worry about it then. So we're going to open it because that's what the tribe has spoken. 50. Thank you, Eric. That's chilly. Quiz about the theme of the film. That's not a bad idea, Jim, but I think everybody kind of knows the theme. 10 times 1.8 plus 32. Is that what it is? So 10 basically times 2. So 20 plus 32 minus a skosh. So yes. Yes. Eric was dead on. Thank you. Good ASMR. Yes, just listen. Hey, there's Katie. It's good to see you, as always. All right, so here we go. We're going to see what's on this last roll of film. Oh, the Brewer family. I mean, it seems, is it sacrilegious to I don't know. All right, here we go. I mean, we can't, there's no turning back now, right? But where? Yeah, exactly, Angus. Where? Where in Europe? We pretty much know this is going to be Europe. I always like to take it out. Now I see why they're dusty. There's a lot of dust in there. And they are starting to show their age, I can tell you. I had to clean that film up a little bit in post. It's funny, even the pull tab rubber band, it's twisted in there. It's like twisted around. So Kodak, shame on you for not getting it perfect. All right, here we go. Here we go. Brr, Austria, maybe? If it were me, I'd be happy that the memories are saved, even if saved with strangers. Yeah, I guess me too. All right. Last time I looked, I just saw the building, the Vatican, I guess it was. But I didn't know the building. So I'm just going to peek at the light and let you know if there are, in fact, images. I am not going to touch the actual film. Images. Yes. The heck is that? It looks like a storage unit. I don't know. Looks like a door or something. I don't know. That's all I can tell you is there's images. And I got to tell you, I don't know until I scan it. So we'll find out. Nessie in a kilt with bagpipes. Watch this one. Watch this one be after they got home and fired up the camera one naughty evening. Woo, maybe I'll just blur it then. We'll show it, but I may have to blur it. I don't want to break YouTube rules. I mean, shared with strangers. Yeah, it was. I mean, you know. Woo. Celsius times 1.8 plus 32 equals Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 120. Yeah, okay. Fahrenheit I'm okay with because that's what we use internationally or nationally here, typically. It's Celsius that always gets me buggered up. But it's nice to know that I can kind of just quickly multiply by 2, add 32, and I'm probably off, but still I'm getting there. Missing Zapruder film, then knock on my... We got some questions for you. Zapruder was regular 8. Yes. Yes, but maybe this was his friend. Riveting video. The film by room light. Someone looking at film by room light. Yes. Have you projected any of these Brewer films? No, I have not. But I do have my Elmo projector set up in my room right now. The other filmer on the grassy knoll. It might be. It might be. This might be a Bell and Howell Filmosonic instead of the Bell and Howell Director or whatever. It was the Zoom-O-Matic, I think, was the Zapruder. I have the Zapruder cam, but it doesn't work. Get it rolling. So this, okay, I got to make a notation on it because I do. I always mark just so I know, which I can reference back to it later if I need to. This one is roll number 17. I have this little weird system. Okay, do you guys want to see, for real now? I'm being for real now. My brand new camera, brand new to me. I got a new camera. I'm excited about it. I think radios will be excited about it. You see it, Mike? You know, as soon as we get done with the medium format, I think we might have to start working on, where's Jeffrey and Lyle? We got to start working on this. You guys know what I'm talking about, Mike. Number 2 pencils, baby. Number 2 pencils. Woohoo! Katie, will you get involved in that? Speaking of number 2 pencil horror, check this camera out. You guys know what that is. You guys know what that is. Yeah, Angus, I'll get with you. It's a film festival that we want to do. Small gauge film festival. You think it has Florence, all right? Florence, Italy. This is my go-to camera. This is my Canon 514 XL. Horror time. Maybe the babushka lady was a secret Kodak employee testing an early Super 8 prototype. You never know. You never know. Jim Cahill, you just got here. We're almost done. But I'm glad you're here right now, Jim, because I want to show you what showed up to my door about 2 hours ago. This is my go-to Canon. Let me move this out of the way. So this is my go-to Canon Super 8 camera that I use all the time. In fact, it's still got, okay, I'm going to hold you to that, Fritz. It's still got a roll of 200T Vision 3, fully exposed, that I shot when I was in Indiana, that I need to process. So that's my go-to, right? Keep that in mind. Beautiful images. Got it for about 60 bucks. Works, it's like brand new. It works perfectly. And they go for whatever, 300 to 500. So I got a steal. I've had it a few years though. Not my fault. It was the coffee. Swallowed wrong. Good for you, Bonnie. Sorry, guys. You know, you do that and you, ugh. All right. Keep that in mind. Check this out. Radios, where are you at? You see that? You see that? This came today, 2 hours ago. Thank you, Fritz. I apologize, guys. I drank some coffee, and you know, it did that down the wrong. Ugh. So the best way to do it is to drink more. No, Katie, I gotta build suspense. Not a Scoopik. Yes. I've always wanted one of these ever since, well, for a long time. But Radios has one. This one, Radios, is the 18 and 24 frames per second model. So the reason I had this out is I wanted to show you guys a quick comparison. If you've never had one of these in your hand, which I never have, I'm going to put the case on the ground. And by the way, for the record, this one, it's in absolutely mint condition. It looks brand new, if I'm being honest. It's the lens with a camera attached to it. I don't know where's the date code. Radios, I don't know where it's at. It is enormous, this lens. Enormous. The focal range is 6 feet or 1.8 meters to infinity, but on the actual scale, it goes to 100 feet, then infinity, or around 20 meters, a little over 20 meters, then infinity. I cannot wait to try this camera. I actually like the lens cap has this strap that you just pull. The lens is an f1.8, not a 1.4, because that's the 12-18. I think it's 12:1 zoom, 18 being 1.8. It is, Jim. It's the 18 to 20 and 24. Look at this button right here. You can see 18 and 24 frames per second. Let me turn off the air conditioner. And takes 5 AA batteries. What's the ammunition? This is a 50 cal. I have to tell you, it's quiet. Here, let's do a sound comparison. Are you guys ready for this? This is the Bentley of all cameras. I have... That would be a good comparison video, would it not? The Bentley B3 versus the Canon Auto Zoom 12-18. All right, check it out. Yeah, this one's 18 and 24, and then fast motion, which I'm assuming is 36. We definitely know who would win. Listen to that sound difference. Is it 45? That's be an odd number, Jim. I'm not questioning it, but I don't know. Would it be 45? I mean, you probably know better than me. Let's hear the difference. Let me take the film out of this one. Well, it won't matter. I had to use the batteries in this for this one. And I don't know if I have any laying around so you could hear the difference. Anyway, I can tell you guys, this camera is really quiet. That's correct, Angus. That's why I think that's 36. Typically what Canon did, in a lot of them, it would be double the normal filming speed of 18 frames per second. So slow motion would have been 36. Yeah, you're right, Eric. No one would even notice. So I'm telling you guys, this camera it's flawless. There is some marking on the barrel here behind the lens, some red. I don't know what that was, whether or not there was some writing and somebody tried to get it removed. It's very faint. It doesn't detract at all. Outside of that, I mean, everything seems. I wonder why I couldn't see anything. Still can't see. Closed? I don't know why I can't see through the viewfinder though. Radios, is there a trick to being able to see through the viewfinder? Oh, never mind. I see. I was zoomed all the way in. Yep, it's there. Wow. And it's very clear. Very, very clear. It's auto or manual exposure. I don't know if it's self-blimp, Barry, but it's really not that loud. The only thing going in my room right here is my ceiling fan, and I don't know if you guys can hear it, the fan, but let me turn this on, and I'm this far away from the mic, like 10 inches. It's not that loud. I wish I could show you the difference. Oh, here, you know what? Do I take the batteries out of this? It would have been smart to, but I did. Yeah, I was smart and took the batteries out of these cameras. So and honestly, I'm not positive where they're at. I got batteries all over the house. So it would be neat to would have been neat to be better prepared. But here, hold on one second, guys. Here's what we're gonna do. I got these Polaroid batteries. I got them a whole bunch of Polaroid batteries. And we're going to listen to a couple different cameras. Oh, that's awesome, Manny. I'm looking at a couple right here. I'm looking at a couple. Right there, Manny. 1014 auto zooms. They need work though. I have 3 or 4 of them. Great cameras. They're a little finicky sometimes, but great cameras. Hey, Anthony, how are you, buddy? We're going to put a couple batteries in this 514. And this is a fantastic little camera. Angus, I saw your comment about the kids. The camera really wasn't as expensive. There's one on eBay right now for $600. I don't know what they typically go for, but I'll tell you in a minute. Isn't that something? I mean, I believe if you yeah, all right. There's not, the film's already at the end, so it won't. You know, I wonder if it would even be quieter if it dampens it a little bit with a roll of film in it. No, about the same. just really like this camera. Sold, serviced, guaranteed in the USA and Canada by Bell and Howell. That's interesting. $80 US plus shipping. So it came out to right just under $100 US for this camera for me. Still can't bring myself to spend much on Super 8. I like 16 millimeter so much. I love 16 millimeter, but the problem with me is I process and scan it all myself, and I'm not that good at processing at 16 millimeter. It's tricky. It really is tricky. So I just don't do it that much. Okay, Bonnie. Oh, this is the Anthony. This is the Canon AutoZoom 1218. I just got it a couple of hours ago in the mail. It just came to my house. Super 8. It has auto and manual exposure. Has a ginormous 7.5 to 90 millimeter f1.8 lens. And I got to tell you guys, the lens is beautiful. It looks like it has a filter threaded onto the front of it. I could take the lens hood off and check it, but I know, Jim, and I saw your post about FilmWave. I don't know if I'm going to do that though. I don't mind having the little batteries, but for the most part, I might just use it with manual exposure also. And you know, I know, Mike, that's what I'm afraid of. I did email the seller, and I was surprised they responded very honestly. I just simply said, hi, just wondering, when you put batteries in it and pull the trigger, do you hear the motor running? That's all I really cared about, because most of the time, if they do, then it probably runs. And they were very honest. They said, once I figured out where the batteries went, because it takes in two different spots, it takes 2 batteries here and 3 up top. Once I figured that out, they said, and I pulled the trigger, it sounded great. I could hear the motor running and everything was fine. And it was even a make an offer. I didn't want to do that. They had $80 on it plus shipping, or make offer. And in most cases, I would make an offer, but that kills time. And I felt like $80 was a steal, and I didn't want anyone to steal it out from under me. So I just went ahead and bought it now. Jeffrey. You have the most advanced model of the 1218. Well, that's good to know. That's real good to know. I was happy that it would also film at 24 frames per second. Jim, you said there's 3 models of this, correct? I know there is a model that is only 18 frames per second. Was there not also a model that didn't have manual exposure, that was only auto? I can't remember. Yeah, Radio sent me a roll of film to develop with his, and it was nice. My daughter went and saw that, Bonnie, and she did not like it. Thank you, CJ. She didn't like that movie at all. Let's see what Bonnie's up to. Hold on. Ooh, it's for real. Just found this for $100. I don't know if I would get it for $100, but it is very cool. Can you guys see that? Well, it's a little bright. Hold on. Let me turn the brightness down. It's a case, like a suitcase. All Kodachromed out. Does come with a couple of rolls of Kodachrome film, too. That's really cool, Bonnie. The Kodachrome case. Yes, says Jim Cahill. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know. That was the Minolta D10. Yeah, they sent out competing offer now. Competing offer now. What's that for, Lyle? I'm confused. Awaiting to test the cart video in the coming weeks. Test cart. Awaiting the test cart video. Oh, on this. Yes, definitely. I have several cameras that I want to test carts in. I know we make fun of this, but I really do want to test a cartridge of film in it. But I'm going to have to be something like Kodachrome, something, a slow speed film, because I think that's what you have to use in this thing. This is insane. I cannot wait to mess with it. I know it was weird looking, Bonnie. Someone buy it for Paul Simon. Yeah, the Kodachrome guy. That song. See some film from that Canon. Well, Jeffrey, I don't know. I'm excited about it, but I still want to shoot film in the still want to shoot some film in that 16 millimeter camera I got. I did get a manual for it. I showed that a couple weeks ago. I still want to shoot that. I want to shoot this. My air conditioner has been driving me crazy. It's just been really busy lately. I processed for customers about 30 rolls of film in the last week and a half. So it's been kind of crazy busy. 1969 radios. That's when these were first. I wonder when this model first went into production, 78. Is that when these first happened? 69? Going to film Easter with that camera? I don't know. I'm going to my stepmother's house. They live out, there's a lot of land out there, so it might be kind of neat. Maybe I will bring this with me. First model, 18 frames per second, 45 frames per second, and 1 frame per second. Second model was 18, 24, 45, and 1. And the LS lip sync model, you have the LS model, the best one. Oh, that's awesome. I felt like I saw something. Yeah, because there's a remote and sound inputs on the side here. Now, it obviously doesn't take sound cartridges, but I have no idea what to expect out of this thing at all. So, Jim, that probably is then 45 frames per second, right? I'm guessing. Why would they change that? So the slow-mo is probably 45. I mean, someone is trying to sell one roll of Kodachrome on eBay for I know. Isn't that crazy? For a few $1,000s. That's insane. Someone made an offer on the product I'm watching. Yes, I do too. And you know what? If you look at an item now, that seller can send you an offer. A first model is under $60 right now on Evil Bay. Only slow-mo and 18 frames per second. Evil Bay, that's good. Who be texting me? That's James. That's Mr. Cahill. Evil Bay. Yes, test the zoom out. I did. It zooms good. Hold on, I'll show you. Where'd you find the manual? Do you have a manual for this, Jim? Yeah, the zoom works good. I'll put it on low. You see the zoom lever moving? And then you switch it over to low, high, or manual. It ain't quiet, but I like the manual part of it. You want to make sure it's in manual so you don't tear up the gears, though. This is crazy. What is that? Man, I got a lot to learn. Oh, you can adjust it. It has these little stops. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So if I move the stop, that's really interesting. It has these stops on the zoom part. There's a stop on this side and a stop on this side for the focal lengths that you can adjust, and that's as far as the zoom will go. So right now I'm at 7.5 to 50. It stops at 50, where I can move this all the way over to 90, and now it allows me to widen up to 90, or I'm sorry, tele up to 90. Or I could bring that up to 20, that over to 40. So now my zoom is only from 20 to 40. Ooh, like really, really interesting. Kind of advanced for its time, I think, no? They have the manuals. Okay, thanks, Jim. Add the camera, Jeffrey. Woo! The range of Super 8 cameras that came out in the late 60s, 70s must have been very wide. It definitely was. Bell and Howell had a huge market in the 70s and 80s, but man, there's a lot to choose from. Where'd you find the date at on that, Radios? How do you know the date? You search via the serial number? Or is it actually have a date code or a date on it? Because I don't see a date on mine. It is the LS, Jim. Look at the inside. Right there. It says LS. I guess you can take the hand grip off too. I'm excited about it. Very excited about it. Alternatives to FOMA. Try X, Mike, but you talking about for Super 8 or still film or I love FOMA. I know, Jim, I love this thing. I'm with you, Katie. I love FOMA pan. You can read ASA 25 to 250. That's good natively, right? But obviously with auto or manual exposure, you could do anything. The $3,000 Kodachrome roll at least have shipping from Australia. It has a date code. I wonder what the list price was on those back in the day. I'd like to find an original ad. Oh, is that what it was, Jim? You connect it to the Filmo sound system. That makes sense. About Bonnie's Orwell. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I am really intrigued by this thing. I will probably not be using the Filmo sound system, but the top battery cover. All right, well, let's look. Well, that's really on there. We're going to take this battery cover off. Okay. Oh, I see some print in there, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to research. I don't know what that means. A couple things stamped in there. Well, there we have it. There we have it, kids. I'm excited and I can't wait to give it a shot. I will, of course, show everyone the results, whether they're good or bad. You will all be privy to that. I will probably show it to my members first because, well, they're members. One of them is the date code. Well, I got to get the legend then and figure out how to decipher that. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I like that. Death Star Destroyer. No, I won't do that again, I promise. Guys, it's about an hour and 25 minutes in, so we are going to have to bid a farewell. Bid farewell. Mine is the LS. That's what mine is. I like that. $80. It looks brand new. I only shoot FOMO black and white and looking at basically only shooting Europe-made color film due to the tariffs. Yeah, you might have to now. Whew. Thank you, Jeffrey. Hey, thank you guys so much. Really, really thank you. It's good to be back. Thank you, sir. See you tomorrow in 2 weeks. Yes, I will see everybody in 2 solid weeks. I should be ashamed, Jim. Fun times, y'all. See you next time. Oh, thank you, Mike Rook. Only if you do the sound again. Otherwise, stay in the night. That's my brother calling me. I will get that in 1 second. Happy Easter to you as well, Jeffrey. Thank you, Katie and Angus and Cahill and Bonnie and Radios and Mike and Manny and Barry and sheesh, everybody. CJ. And I know I missed some people, so I apologize. That's why I don't usually. Hey, you know what? I'm going to answer this call. This is my brother. Bye, Piper. He's going to be live with us. Oh, I missed it. My brother is a professional magician. He's a lot of fun to watch. Thank you, Fritz. Thank you. Super Cine, thank you. Eric, thank you, as usual. Jeffrey. All right, get your, I heard from Rich. I need, and I don't see him in the chat, but I have not seen Entity in a while. I don't know what happened to Entity. And Russell Cleve. Russell's not here, but those are the ones I'm waiting on our medium format. I don't have any on deck right now. So we're waiting on Russell and Entity. So whenever you get to it, let me know. There's a website that says the date codes. All right, if you think about it, Radios, if you could find that website, email it to me. I'd love to look. Thank you, Lyndon. Thank you, Lyndon. Manny. Fritz. Guys, I will see everybody in 2 weeks. Don't forget, we will not have a live stream next Sunday. It's Easter. I have some obligations. Gordon, thank you. And thank you again for all that film. You are the reason why we were able to do the medium format. No stream next Sunday because of Easter. And if you celebrate it, then happy Easter. Aloha, Mike. And I will see everybody, hopefully with some footage from my new camera, if it works right, in 2 weeks. Piper isn't here right now, or she'd be saying goodbye. My other daughter is in her bedroom back there hiding, or she would be saying not goodbye. I almost had her convinced, almost, to jump in here. Kat, you want to say goodbye? We get it from afar. All right. Love you guys like family. You know I do. I will see everybody in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Peace, guys.